The word no is the most powerful word in the English language, but guess what? It's also the most positive word in the English language. Therefore, it is a word that we should use with caution, but lavishly. Let me explain this. Let's say that somebody invites you to, maybe they want you to go on a plane ride, and you know this airplane doesn't work well. It malfunctions. So, what is the fiducious, responsible thing for you to say? No. Why? Because you want to have a positive outcome. So, if you want to have a positive outcome when dealing with narcissists, you need to learn to view that person as a malfunctioning airplane and you don't care to get on board. So, you say no. But you got to keep in mind that sometimes we don't say no by saying no. How do I explain this? Sometimes we just are no. We just be no. The way that I like to say it is no answer is a no answer. So if somebody asks you to do something, or if you ask somebody to do something and they don't answer, well, at least I assume that's a no answer. They don't want to do it because they didn't say anything. No answer is a no answer. So this is the principle. When dealing with a narcissist or with anyone, now keep in mind that I'm autistic and people take advantage of me all the time. And one of the reasons I put together these 12 principles is because I'm dealing with neurotypical people who see me as a soft spot. Some of these people are extreme narcissists, so actually the two kind of blend together. But the point is, I've got to be able to say no or be no consciously because it's my character, it's my nature to say yes to anything and everything because, well, don't know about you, but I like to be accepted. I want to be part of whatever it is everyone else is doing because, well, I guess we're all social creatures, but being autistic, I don't like being left out because I've been left out so much. So it's really hard for me to say no. And it seems that every time I lose track or lose my course with this principle, I get myself in trouble with narcissists. Number 2 is this: show respect. And let's put a little side note on here. When deserved. Well, how do you know who to respect and who not to respect? Well, I've got a twofold answer for you. Number 1, show respect. The first part is assume the best, and the second part is assume the worst, because you don't know. So you have a new person in your life, or you're at a new workplace or new school or whatever, and you don't know who is the narcissist and who is not. How are you going to find out? Well, let them tell you. Assume the worst. These people could be narcissists, any one of them, or some of them. Or some of them may not be narcissists. They could be your best friends. You just don't know yet. So you have to assume the best. Yeah, they could be good guys. Or assume the worst. They could be bad guys. So show respect with a reservation, because you don't know until it happens. And when you show respect to people, people tend to appreciate that. But narcissists, you know what they're going to do before I even say it. They're going to take advantage of it. They see it as a weakness. You are respecting me. You must be gullible, because the narcissist knows deep down inside that he's got a real self problem. He sees it. You don't see it. Therefore, he or she is smarter than you. That's how these people think. But still, number 2 is show respect for everybody until they show you not to respect them. Number 3 is prioritize character. Keep in mind that your character is not the same as your reputation. Your reputation, that's what everyone says about you, or what, maybe not everyone, that's what other people believe about you. Your character, that's who you truly are. And your character is your first defense. One of your most effective defenses against narcissism, think of it in these terms. Your life is your castle. Your defense is the moat around your castle. That moat is analogous to, it is a metaphor for your character. So you want to surround yourself with good character. So for the narcissist to attack you, they got to get over your character. And a lot of narcissists, they don't want to go to that trouble. So they just avoid you. But you do have a drawbridge, right? And the narcissist sees that. So he or she may still think that you're a prized possession. They want to take advantage of you, really boost their ego to take down your castle. So they walk up to your castle, and how do you knock on the door of a castle that has a moat? I don't know, but maybe they just shout out. And you say, who goes there, friend or foe? And the narcissist says, friend. Yeah, they're liars. What are you going to do? You don't know this person. You're going to let down the drawbridge. Well, yeah, if you do know them, if you've met the narcissist before and he or she has convinced you that they're really your good buddy and they're really good at doing that. So you let down your guard. You let the narcissist into your castle, and the moat has no effect whatsoever. The point being, you got to be careful who you let in your life, because your character is your defense, and these people want to trespass over your character. Number 4, similarly, is be honest. That's hard to do. I mean, be honest about everything all the time. A cop pulls you over, and first thing he does, he says, do you know why I pulled you over? Why does he ask that? He knows why he pulled you over, or he wouldn't pull you over. He wants you to confess, to be honest with him. So basically, his job is done. He's got your confession. So what are you going to do? You're going to say, no, I have no idea. When you do know, you're going 10 miles over the speed limit, or you made a wrong turn or whatever. Or you're going to tell the truth and say, yeah, I was going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. But then again, he may have pulled you over for something else. Now you got 2 charges against you. So what are you going to do? You're going to tell the truth? You're going to lie? You're going to do the no answer thing? Or do you say, I'd rather not say? I think I know why you pulled me over, pretty sure, but I'd rather not say. Would you rather not say? If you would rather not say, that's the truthful answer. That's what you give them. So be honest in every circumstance. So for the narcissist to smear you, and they always will, if you've not been the victim of a smear campaign, you must have been born 5 seconds ago. Everyone's going to be the victim of a narcissist smear campaign some point in their life, as far as I've observed. But when you're honest, that is a tremendous hurdle they have to overcome. So here's the principle. You want to put yourself in a position, we want to put ourselves in a position where for someone to lie about us, they have to lie about us. You don't want them smearing you by telling the truth. If they're going to smear you, you want to make sure that they have to lie, because typically the truth will always come out. Not always, but typically always. And when that happens, guess what? The narcissist is going to be found out to be the liar, and you're going to be the one who is discovered to be honest. And it may take a very long time. It may take years for that to come out. In fact, it may be after you're dead and gone that it's finally discovered, no, this guy was being honest the whole time. Now, I don't think it's going to take that long, but it could. But the point is, how do you go wrong? If you're going to be dishonest, all you're doing is feeding the narcissist something to use to attack you. In other words, you're doing to yourself what the narcissist does to you. Number 5 is be reliable, be dependable. Now, if you've ever gone to a workplace, first thing that happens is there's somebody in there, a narcissist most likely, who wants to take you down because, this is what they do. It's all about feeding their ego. And they will misrepresent you as being irresponsible, not reliable, not dependable. I've seen this happen over and over and over again in my life. There's some narcissist who wants to show whoever is superior to you how you are doing it wrong, and they know how to do it right. And they are doing that to get you bumped down a notch or two so they can elevate themselves a notch or two. It's got nothing to do with what is right or wrong. It's about elevating themselves. But if you are reliable and you are dependable, like lying and telling the truth, eventually it should come out. Now, it may not. But if you're not reliable and you're not dependable, and that comes out, I mean, you really got nothing to lose, right? So stack it in your favor, and just as a matter of character, you should do that anyhow. For example, here's a little trick that I use. I write for blogs, and when I submit an article, I will often tell the publisher that I plan to have this to you tomorrow, or whenever I plan to have it to them. What I try not to do is say, I will have this to you tomorrow, or whenever. Because even though I plan to, there's a possibility that circumstances can present themselves that I can't get it to them. So if I say I will and I can't, well, I wasn't being reliable. But if I say I plan to, well, then I plan to. If I don't get it to them, I still plan to. So I'm being honest, I'm being reliable, I'm being dependable. Number 6 is be responsible. By that, I mean own up. If you make a mistake, well, if you screw up, own up. It's that simple. Now be careful again, as we said earlier in other things. This is viewed as a weakness to a narcissist because, quite frankly, they don't own up to anything. Because they think it's a weakness. And when you do it, they think, oh, you're a weak person. You're a vulnerable person. You're a person that I can attack. You're low-hanging fruit. You're the wounded gazelle. Here I come, and I'm going to devour you, and they will try it. But again, if you screw up, own up, and eventually it will show up that you have a reputation, which is a good reputation, not the same as character, but you have a reputation as being someone who owns up to his or her own mistakes because the narcissist told everybody. So the narcissist is engaged in this smear campaign that you made a mistake and you even admitted it. But the narcissist doesn't stop and think that what he is really saying is this is a person who owns up to his or her mistakes. They're not the brightest people on earth. I mean, they may be highly intelligent, but they don't necessarily use that intelligence. Number 7 is use the power of patience. And that is so important because when you are ensnared with a narcissist, it doesn't go away overnight. Maybe it does on some occasions. I've never seen it. Let's put it in this context. So you realize this person that you deal with is a psychopath, a narcissist. You're going to go gray rock, right? I mean, if you can. Problem solved? No. You went gray rock, but the narcissist didn't. You stopped dealing with the narcissist, but the narcissist is now offended. His ego is bruised or seriously damaged, or her ego, whoever you're dealing with. Now they're going to double up the effort to smear you and destroy you. Patience. Eventually, the narcissist, hopefully, will be found out. Not always. There will always be some gullible, naive people who will believe the smear campaign. I don't know if you can get rid of that. Maybe even after you die, people will still believe lies about you. But when we're patient, we need to realize that the impatience, well, what does that solve? Nothing, so you got nothing to lose just by waiting them out. Nothing else you can prove to people. You waited them out. Number 8 is be the adult in the room. That's important when dealing with narcissists because, the smear campaign, what that proves is we're all children. Children believe smear campaigns and adults believe smear campaigns because they have the minds of children. We're all a bunch of little kids. We're all kindergartners, in a sense. I mean, we have adult bodies. Our thinking process has matured to some sense. But at the core level, we are like little children. And by the way, if you hear me wheeze now and again, I don't know what that is, but I have never, ever smoked, so you don't need to worry about that. But be the adult in the room, and that will contrast you with the narcissist. While the narcissist is talking about you behind your back, manipulating you, doing everything you can, One of the best ways to be an adult in the room is just to go gray rock. You're above the fray. You're not part of this. This is his mess or her mess. This is their nonsense. Number 8 is be grateful to others. Be grateful for others. Now, be grateful for a narcissist? Well, in a sense, yeah. Because a narcissist will expose the people in your life who you thought were your friends but weren't. They're really good at that. They don't even realize they're doing it, but when they go on that smear campaign, they are illuminating, like putting a spotlight on all these fake friends that you had. So be grateful for that. Be grateful to the narcissist. Not necessarily, but be grateful to everyone. And here's why. When you show or express gratitude to somebody for something they have done or something they are, usually they're taken aback. They're not accustomed to this. They're used to living in a dog-eat-dog world where the whole objective of life is to tear each other apart so we can climb ahead. But when you are grateful to someone and express that gratitude, typically, it almost scares them, like, oh, what are you up to? But they remember that. What happens is you have implanted a seed in their mind that you are somebody who respects them. People, I got to admit, all of us are a little bit selfish, right? And we like other people to see our positive aspects of our very being, because we can see them, right? Why doesn't someone else see them? And when you point out someone's positive aspect, and you're being honest here, I mean, it's something that you truly are grateful for, they will admire you for noticing. Then you're being honest. And why not? Why not raise them up a peg or two? I talk about this a lot. But we like to take people down a peg or two, right? But nobody wants to take somebody up a peg or two. That's just human nature. And when you take somebody up a peg or two, it makes an impression on their mind. And that is a tremendous defense against the narcissist when he engages in a smear campaign and he goes to this person to whom you showed gratitude and tries to convince this person that you are not a grateful person. Well, that person has experienced your gratitude and he knows better, and maybe, just maybe, he or she will have the sense to see through the narcissist smear campaign. Number 10 is live to learn and learn to live. Best way to say that. What you are doing right now, by virtue of the fact that you are watching this presentation, is you are learning. I hope you are. Now, I find one of the most effective ways to learn for me personally, maybe this is true of you too, is to teach. I learn more making videos than I do watching them because I have to engage. I got to think. I got to run this over in my mind. I got to come up and stop and think, what are these 12 things or 10 or whatever in my life that I have employed to fend off narcissists? And by thinking of these things and presenting them, I learned so much, things I didn't know even before I began doing my research. Live to learn. And the more you know about a narcissist, and you probably very much aware of this, the more you know about a narcissist, the more effective your defense is against the narcissist. A lot of people, when they started this journey of learning about narcissism, really didn't even know what it was. I mean, you've heard the word before, but you didn't know the depth of it. Well, you've learned, and now you're defending yourself, right? Number 11, very quickly, is improve or defend your health, because if you get engaged or entangled with a narcissist, and if you were older than newborn, chances are you have had that experience multiple times. And it wears on you physically because it wears on you mentally, and the two are tied together. When you experience the stress of being abused by a narcissist, that affects your health. So stop and think about your metabolic health. Your heart, your mind, your internal organs, everything about your health. And the fact that the narcissist is attacking your metabolic health by attacking your mind. And you need to defend that by taking care of yourself physically. Take care of your mind, but also take care of yourself physically. Number 12 is this. I kind of alluded to this earlier, but it's not you, it's us. And the reason I say that is because I was a pastor for 12 years. And I preached a lot of sermons, taught a lot of classes, typically 3 a week, times 52, times 12, whatever that is. And I would catch myself using the word you. You need to do this, you need to learn to do this, you need to apply this. And I still do it, even when I do these presentations on YouTube. But it's not you, it's us. I mean, I should be talking to myself, right? I just said it a moment ago that I learn from teaching. So why am I saying you? Why do we say you when we should be saying us, include ourselves? I mean, if everyone else needs to learn the principle, well, shouldn't we, the teacher, need to know the principle too? Shouldn't we apply it as well? So number 12, the defense against a narcissist is to understand this is not something that you need to do or that other people need to do. These are things that I need to do. And so when we start, maybe you're having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, maybe not doing a YouTube video, but you're just talking about narcissists in your life, and you're giving them advice. Yeah, I like to give advice. Everyone does. And we frame it as me teaching you or you teaching this other person. Again, be very mindful that every conversation is a learning opportunity for ourselves. When we are teaching or talking to others, we should always be cognitive of the fact that we're talking to ourselves. If you found this presentation beneficial, join our family by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so YouTube will know to send you notifications when we upload new videos. Give us a thumbs up if you think this video deserves a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it on social media. And if you got something to say, we got a comment section. You can leave a comment. You can start a conversation. You can join a conversation. All we ask is that you be nice. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you all next time.